Whoa, did it just go live? Save password.
And it doesn't allow you in a YouTube live to say anything about
I have no idea
what this is.
Yeah, right here. Look. Oh, yeah. So you can stop it and then edit this. Or no, I can just don't stop it. You can just edit it here.
Okay, just don't panic.
No panic.
New creators. Let's talk about...
I didn't know that it would work that fast.
Oh, wow. Like, all of this is old.
Just take it out.
Huh. Well, let's fix this. Join the community. Can you give me that address real quick? HTTPS, what's the address?
Portal.
Portal.
Yep.
Keep going.
Portal.imsingerscott.com. Hey, YouTube.
That's so cool. I'm going to click live here. There's so many lives everywhere. Okay, new creators. Let's talk about spring cleaning our profile bios. As I'm looking in here, we're just going to take all this out. Anybody that's popping in right now, I'm getting ready to do a coffee chat at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can come in and hang out with me for 10 minutes. Tell me what your day is going to look like today. What are you creating today? And I need to update. I'm also on YouTube, so I'm trialing some things and looking to see what details I need to add in. So
Instagram did not go live.
Okay, so Instagram has a live?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Let's put that on.
While that's going,
I need to fix this real quick. That's crazy.
There,
Good morning, everyone. Anyone's coming in, I'm getting ready to do a coffee chat at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard. I am setting it up right now, so I just wanted to be sure everything is working. So I am currently on YouTube editing settings right now while I get ready. But we're going to be talking about spring cleaning our bios today. Our profile pics, our bios, what should be in there, what shouldn't, that kind of thing. So if you hang out with me, we'll probably start around in 7-8 minutes. So you can come back if you're not ready, grab your coffees.
You're live in at least 2 places. You're live in 3 places.
All right, Content Creators Hub. We have that in, and About Me. I need to re-up all of this. I've tried many creative adventures so far. If you're popping in, we're going to be starting in about 7 or 8 minutes. So go get your coffees. We'll talk about profiles, and we'll talk about being new creators, and we'll talk about being older and how we're still relevant. All the good stuff. I do this every Friday. But now I'm trying to venture out and do lives at the same time while I do my coffee chat. So maybe we can get more creators involved, especially our Gen Xers. Everything has led me to the Content Creators Hub. All right, so we're going to update this later. We will update starting out, and we'll update this description soon. Guys, we're going to save this. I don't have a thumbnail, and that's okay. We're just going to, it says playlist. I don't know what that playlist. I don't know what that is. That is new playlist. New playlist. And we're going to call this Creative Cafe. Every Friday. Invite you to cook. Did you just send an invitation to something, honey?
No.
Okay, I'm not sure what that is, but I'm going to decline it.
What is it? Let me see. Who asked? Who said it?
I don't know. It didn't show an icon. It just said somebody invited to show.
No, you could just invite somebody if you want them to be on it too. You don't have to.
Good morning. We're going to do a Creative Cafe coffee hour. I do this every Friday in my Content Creators Hub. We start in about 5 minutes. So if you want to talk about what it's like being a content creator, being a Gen Xer, and figuring out how to be relevant on social media, definitely come back in 5 minutes with your coffee, your tea, your snacks, and we'll chat. All right, join us where we talk about life as a Gen X content creator, learning new tech, learning AI, all right, YouTube is not receiving enough video. Hold on just a minute. Done. Save. It says viewers will experience buffering. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Because I'm literally watching you say that.
Cool.
You should probably open your regular chat.
All right.
Should be the first tab.
First tab is email or something. Let's minimize that. First tab, Content Creators Hub, right? Google Meet.
Yep.
Enter a code or nickname.
No, you shouldn't have to. No, it should have went straight there. Oop.
I do every Friday. I do a coffee hour where everybody from Content Creators Hub comes on and we talk about our weeks and content creation. We talk about
Nope.
we usually have a theme of sorts. And that's at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every day. So we're trying a little experiment where we're running TikTok Live too. And we're going to see how that all works out. So if you're interested in hanging out with us, grab your coffee, your tea, your snacks. We're talking about profiles today. Making sure that our profiles are up to date. They look like us. They feel like us. All right, so We are on
Did you admit Bonnie in?
view, and let's admit Bonnie, Leanne, Patty Ann. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Bonnie, Leanne, and Patty Ann.
Good morning.
I'm not sure if I'm supposed to call you Patty Ann or just Patty.
Patty's fine.
Because on Flip, you're Patty.
Yeah.
What do you call her, honey?
Pataton.
Yeah, whenever Fresh reads your name, he calls you Pataton.
I can call Patty on.
I'm like, who is that?
If you double cross the T.
So I'm trying something new today. I'm going to be starting a YouTube channel where we're just talking to, old people and saying, you might be old, but you're not dead concept, So mindset and creation. And I'm going to start in April every Wednesday posting an episode in YouTube. And so we're experimenting with lives. I have a TikTok live up. Hi, everybody. So like if you're on your phones, you can't do this, but if you're not, you can open up TikTok live and be in there too if you want to. It's just an experiment. I usually don't do TikTok lives. Do you guys? Have you ever tried them?
I tried the other day and I really flopped because
It's so crazy. It's so nerve-wracking.
I was doing it on my phone and I went to read the comments and it just shot my anxiety up. I did kind of bow out and kind of.
Yeah, like you just
I had
start
something to do,
shrinking.
and I apologize for the time. But yeah, it was my first actual TikTok live and I was like,
Yeah, look, I know lives is where it's at. I know it's important. I have tried it a few times, but obviously it takes, oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Thank you. Because it'll just help it get pushed the more people are on it. Hi, Mimi. Nice to see you.
good morning.
I wasn't sure you'd be here. As a matter of fact, I didn't know if anybody was going to be here today because the website where we put the hub, it's been acting up. So if you guys have gotten emails and, I know Fernanda chatted with me and said, yo, I got like 10 emails, about a coffee chat or something. I don't even know what it was, but something weird was going on. So if that happened to you, I apologize. We are with support and they're working on it. They're trying to find out what happened. But they did have an update. So anyway, Mimi, you didn't hear, I'm actually on TikTok live too. So if you're not on your phone, you can open up TikTok too and get my live because it might help it. Yeah. So I was just getting ready to say that, lives are something that I've dabbled in, but I don't know much about them. I've been studying some of the greats. And like Emily May, I've been watching her. I've been watching, I'm not going to remember her name because I just started. We follow each other on Flip. And I'm not going to be able to show you because everything is working right now. So, but if I remember, I'll actually make a post about watching them if people are interested in doing lives because they do completely different styles. And, but I'm really interested in this kind of style, like where we just talk. So I thought, why not just include TikTok too? Hi, TikTok, including you all in. Because, there's got to be a lot of other Gen Xers out there that just want support, or and community and something closer. Like, I actually feel like you guys are real friends. I know your faces. I know your name. So you're not just a hashtag, or not a hashtag, but a handle in my comments anymore. I look at you and now I see your faces and I feel like we're friends. Oh my God, speaking of friends, so I have a funny story. There's a woman, her name is Joey, and I met her through Flip. And, she just she's high energy. She's wonderful. I think she's a single mom. She's got 5 kids. She homeschools. I don't know her age, but, she's got great videos. And back before I became a founding creator on Flip, I saw a video that she posted and she was so emotional. And she's like, at the time, she had applied to Founding Creators Fund on Flip 7 times. And she said, and she was almost in tears. She said, I'd never want anything more in my entire life. You know, Flip has given her, like, my little throat constricting right now because, hi Danielle. Her little throat, my little throat's constricting because she was so emotional, and it actually almost brought me to tears because she just wanted it so bad. And she was the reason I actually applied for the third time. And then I did a video about it. You know, hey guys, by the way, this is running out. There's a timestamp. If you want to apply, do it now. I'm applying, you know. And then someone made a video about me not being one, and then it just happened. I don't know what happened, but it happened. But anyway, it was her, I think, that inspired me to do that video. And so she's on TikTok as well, and she made a video about being in Florida and, you know, just a single stay-at-home mom, you know, in Florida, and she's dancing, and, you know, it was just text on screen, and I'm like, all caps in her comments, oh my God, are we neighbors? And I was just being silly. And then it turned, she's 15 minutes away from me. Like, we literally are neighbors. And the post right before that, she was saying she doesn't have any friends, you know? I need friends. The only people I know are social media people. And then all of a sudden we're like, oh my God, we're right here. Like, do any of you guys live in Florida? I would love to do this with you in person. Right? Well, if you ever do come to Florida, you definitely message me, because if you're somewhere near, I'll come meet you, you know, for coffee or lunch or go to Disney. I don't know, something. Anyway, I just thought that was the coolest thing, you know? So, and it was weird too. Like, oh my God, I'm going to meet somebody from social media. I've never done that before. So it's a first. So anyway, all right. So we were talking about lives just a little bit, only because I am playing with lives on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok right now. So I feel really famous right now. I feel so important.
You are famous.
Oh, thanks. So all week I've really been working on my profile. I've been working on nitpicking what my bio says, those 80 characters, making every little one count. I didn't play with my picture on Flip, but I definitely been playing with it on all the other social medias. I made sure they all match. They all have the same vibe. They all feel like me. And that's a lot of work. Like, that's a job, you know, because before this, I was like, I put up the same profile picture from like 2018, you know, where I don't look the same anymore. Kind of like the driver's license situation. People look at that and they look at me with my pink hair, and they look back at my driver's license like, who are you again? What's your name? But like, you know, don't have to get carded anymore. Don't need to worry about that. So anyway, oh, and you know what? And Danielle and I had some private time together, and we talked about that. And she used some of the things that we talked about, and it's absolutely amazing. Her bio looks amazing. So I thought maybe you guys could be making sure that you're looking at your bios on all your social media apps. They don't have to match, but they should all have the same vibe, and they should all have a really, really great picture of just your face, not your whole body, and not, you know, far away so you look like a little tiny flea. Mm-hmm. But well lit. You can wear your glasses if you wear glasses. You can just make sure you don't have the rings in your eyes. You know, people really want to see your eyes, which is another reason why I'm always so harsh on look at the camera, people. Stop looking at yourself. Stop looking at yourself. How's that been going for you, Danielle? I haven't went back to look and see. I saw the one where you're talking about sex toys. Guys, she made a video. Danielle, when you have time, go into the hub and share that video, because she's laying in bed and she's talking about Flip sex toys. And it is hilarious. Anyway, but I didn't go and look at videos to see how you're doing with your eye contact. Do you think it's getting better?
I think it is. I actually ordered a device, and I started turning my camera around. I'm using my on the other side.
And I find myself looking at that mirror and I'm like, maybe people are thinking I'm just crazy, but it's come to work for me. I did a video recently where I was reviewing some turmeric moisturizer and it broke me out or whatever. So I actually started practicing with the camera turned around on that particular video.
Nice.
It's actually a more clear picture.
It is. It is.
And it's a matter of just looking at one of those little black rings, and that helps. So
Yeah.
when I have the camera front facing, it's like I'm gonna automatically look at my own eyes and talk to myself.
You know what? I didn't even think of that. That's a really great tip. So if you use your back camera, then you know exactly where you're supposed to look, as opposed to being distracted by yourself, when you're making a video. That's really smart. Now, I've been looking into buying one of those contraptions. That's magnet. It sticks to the back of your phone, and then you can use your back camera. Because I have filmed with back camera with just guess game, like, I'll set it up, and I'll film a little bit and I'll stop it and then I'll run and go look at it and then I'll come back and see, was I centered, so that's how I do it now, if I ever do it, which is rare. But I think I'm definitely going to get one of those. I've been researching the one, so if I end up getting one, I'll let you guys know which one, if it's something you guys want to play with too, because there's so many out there and they keep coming out with the newer and better versions all the time, of course, to keep us buying. But I looked on Flip, and Flip doesn't sell anything like that. So I'll probably do my research on TikTok and see like TikTok people, if anybody's listening and if anybody has one of those back cameras that they love, go into the comments and let us know which one that you use. I follow someone named Arbel, and Arbel Kimmick. She's a Fiverr person, a UGC person. So I bought her course. I'm taking it right now. And she just got one that she swears by. So that'll probably be the very first thing I look at, is the one that she loves so much, because she's a pro Fiverr. Like, she goes to their events, they use her as part of their Fiverr commercials, for getting new people. So I would trust what she says too. So I'll look into that, because that's really smart, Danielle. Do any of you try back camera ever?
Not yet. I'd like to, but I've been looking like you have.
Okay.
Trying to find, because there's so many out there. But yeah, I've got some in my cart over on TikTok that I'm thinking about. So.
Okay. All right. Well, let us know if you do make a decision.
Okay.
And see what you think, because that's something, because it is a little bit, it's an investment, and you don't want to end up with something that you hate. So okay, so next thing is talking about, let's nitty gritty the profile. So I did videos all week taking everything down. So we already talked about the profile pic and what you should do. And again, I will let you know that if you don't like any of your pictures and you need some, go to the hub. My honey can help you with that. So in your bio needs to have 2, maybe 3 important things. And the first thing needs to be who you are. So you have to be able to wrap yourself up in a sentence. So I can't read my bio because all my apps are babes. Oh, guess you can't either. Never mind. He's moderating for me. Anyway, so at some point, go look at my bio.
What do you want?
I'm still working on it. It's still not perfect, but I feel like it's so close. I just keep tweaking it and keep tweaking it, keep tweaking it. And that's what you need to do as you're figuring out what you want. Okay, so my bio right now is helping 40 plus women ditched out, own their me era, and thrive as content creators. So I like that, because now that involves mindset, which I love talking about mindset. I love talking about limited beliefs, because oh my God, we have so many of them as older women. Thank you, baby. I love talking about content creation because that's what I do. I love talking about community. I love all those things. It's like, how do you wrap all that up into a sentence? It's really hard. It's not easy. ChatGPT can definitely help you do that. But in the end, I think what it's saying is it's saying who I am and who I want to talk to. So that's the most important thing. That's distracting me. If you could just take that away.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
He's like, yes, ma'am. And he's bowing.
That's a good hubby. That's a good hubby right there.
So, anyway, thanks, babes. Sorry. You gotta look at your bio and make sure, would someone know who you are from that bio? And would someone know how you're going to serve them? What you're doing for them? And you're like, okay, that's too deep for me. I'm not that deep, Sandra. Leave me alone. I'm just having fun. And that is fun too. Like, I know in Danielle's case, she's right now just feeling her way around, you know? And then I'm like, well, then your bio should say something like that, you know? And she had a cute saying in one of her videos. I'm like, you should try that or something like that. Because now it just lets people know, oh, I'm new here, without just saying I'm new here. You don't want to say, you know, new flipper, or, you know, I don't know. If you feel like being funny, you could be, I have no clue what I'm doing here. You know, that could be your bio. But it's something interesting that someone's going to look at. If they see a video of yours and they like it, and they're contemplating, do I follow that person or not? I usually don't go that route. If I like your video, I'm following you. I don't go to bios and read. But there are people that are very finicky with their followers. They're very picky. And that's okay too. So you want them to go to your bio and feel you in that bio. Oh my God, she's quirky. I'm quirky. Oh my God, she's like a hippie. I think I'm a hippie. I'm following her. It could be the dumbest things. Oh, she's a single stay-at-home mom. I'm a single stay-at-home mom. Is she a dog mom? I'm a dog mom. You know, they want to grab on to something in that bio and then they follow you. So, guys, I have my little fan here next to me, but it's charging because it's almost dead. Does anyone else have a fan next to them? Am I the only one?
No, I have one up here and I have one on the side.
Okay, girlfriends. Menopause is no fun. When you get there, it sucks. So, anyway. So, it's not that deep, but it can be that deep, bottom line. You know? It doesn't have to be deep. It can be something just really silly. Speaking of silly, Leanne, I saw your TikTok videos, your crumble videos with your honey. Okay.
More views on those than anything we've ever posted.
You know why? Let me tell you something. Well, number one, people love, okay, if you haven't seen Leanne's TikToks, make sure you follow her and go check out the ones with her hubby. And she's talking about crumbled donuts. And they're basically just doing taste tests on camera together. Okay, the deadpanness of her husband. Like, he's trying so hard to, you know, you can see he's trying to be proper and he's looking at the phone, probably looking at himself. He's very deadpan and, you know, she's like, you know, and he's just like, it is the combo of the awkwardness and her silliness. It just works, right? And that's why it did so well. So you're interesting to watch your dynamic, and then people love to see people try things and eat things. So it worked. That's why. But anyway, go ahead.
He's done a couple with me here on Flip, and they usually end up funny. He really is that personality, but everybody thinks he's so shy and quiet, and he's not. He's got that dry humor. And
I love that.
He was trying to bloom, and he takes it weird. He takes it like he drives. You know how he used to be a bicyclist until his back, but anyway, he just kind of puts it in. It goes all over his shirt, and people love that.
Right,
you know?
right. It's endearing because it's real.
I put it in slow mo, and so he's going.
That is so cute. Yeah, I love stuff like that. And so, you know, when you think about it, it isn't that deep. Those videos aren't that deep, but they did well because it just struck a chord with people. You know, it struck an authenticity chord, which is huge. And that's so hard these days. That's why, like TikTok shop, I think, is really taking a turn because nobody wants to be sold to. But I'm thinking it doesn't make any sense because, like, you look at Flip is a social shopping app, so it's reviews and it's selling. TikTok has shopping, but everybody got offended when shopping came in because before that it was all dance routines and young people. But it's basically also a shopping app. But over there on TikTok, people get almost offended at being sold to. And I'm like, I don't understand that mentality. But now you have to find a way on TikTok to talk about things and still make a sale. And I think people like Emily May is where it's at because she just talks. She just tells you stories about the product, about her using the product. So, like, for instance, if she had, I don't have one around me, let's just pretend this is a body spray, and she's like, instantly her hook is not a hook. It's not like, do you know what just happened? It's not anything big. It's like every time, and she's spraying, every time I go to the beach, I wear this stuff. And not only does it give me sunscreen, it gives me protection from the sun, but now I got this look at this. I got this really cool glitter on me, and that's how she sells. So she's not saying, you have to buy this because look at what it does, reading product reviews. She's like, oh, and it has this too, like it's like she's completely winging it because she is completely winging it. And she's just developed a skill to talk to people about a product. And I thought, I love that because I'm bored to tears when I'm on Flip and someone's just saying, this water bottle is made of glass. And you see that it has amber and ridges and it has a plastic lid. I'm bored. I'm bored with an unboxing if you're not telling me stories. I'm bored with, reading product descriptions, and you might have all the best lighting and the best script and you have everything going for you, but I'll get bored because we're just flea brains when it comes to social media and consuming, So I think what I want to do is over here on TikTok, I'm not doing shop videos every day. I'm doing them if I can repurpose something, but I'm trying to do it in a way that I'm not saying you need this. I could be like, I've been taking these cholesterol pills and I have a doctor's appointment April 7th, which just got moved to May 7th. And I'm hoping they work because I have high cholesterol, So I'm trying to go that route instead of, this is why you should take cholesterol pills, or these will lower your cholesterol. I don't know. So I'm still working on all those things. So I don't even know how I got down this road. Do you guys know how I got down this road? Talking about shops?
I definitely don't.
My husband says, I definitely don't. He probably stopped listening to me 5 minutes ago.
You were talking about Emily May and how you liked how she just kind of went into her story and not really trying to sell the product.
I did like that. But I don't know how I connected that to talking about profiles and bios because that's where I was. So I can't connect that. So that's okay. We'll just get back to it. So what I want you guys to do, kind of as like a little homework assignment, is send me what you have in your bio. Or if you want to be really brave, post it in the hub. Say, this is my bio. And what do y'all think about it? And you can even add more to it by like, this is kind of what vibe I want. How do you think I could get there better? If you want feedback. If you don't want feedback, don't do that. It doesn't matter.